It's not just a choices matter narrative RPG. It's made by the people that made Disco Elysium, one of the best one of those games that admit I'll never played, but just reading what people say about it, it sounds incredible. So, let's kick off our third demo, Zero Parades for Dead Spies. And I'm going to have to do that intro all over again in a second. Okay. Hello, everyone. Just joining now or already present because we're on our third demo of the day. I'm Mashed Potato Flow, aka Mashed In. Today we're going to be playing Zero Parades for Dead Spies. I had to look up what the last part of it was. From some of the people that worked on Disco Elysium, this game is like a narrative, choices matter, very story-driven kind of game. I anticipate skill checks. I anticipate all hidden routes and alternative solutions. I anticipate getting my butt kicked, both narratively, logically, and possibly physically in this spy espionage RPG. Is this a scary game? I hope it's not. I have had enough of me accidentally downloading horror games. I don't think it is, but I'm already scared now that you've said that. Let's check out the settings really quick. It's a little loud. Let's try that. Visuals, that all seems good. Controls, don't worry about that. Auto sprint, mouse lock, delete analytics data. Nah, we're good on that. Don't mute when minimized. Whoa. Look at that. We got a fancy... We don't just have a toggle. We have a fancy animated toggle, okay? I don't really think that I like it, because the shape of the oval doesn't really fit the oval itself when it elongates. But you know, whatever. It's whatever. That's so not important. Let's play. New game. Oh! Wait, this is already so cool, right? So interesting. Visually, and there's an old cigarette right there. So what kind of spy am I? So we could be number 423 spy, 342 spy, or 234 spy. I don't know what any of that means. Let's pick it based on the mask. So we could pick a mask with, I don't know, two people dancing with the inner workings of my mind in there, or we could pick two mouths screaming for eyes that are also heads, or we could pick the one with two brains for eyes. You know, let's go with the one with two brains for eyes. That seems good. Okay, well, now I do get to see what these things are, so let's choose properly then. Your cognitive powers make up for your frail body. A big brain in a glass jar. Hey, I was kind of right. It is a brainy one. So we could be an analytical spy. Easily bruised. Would meet again? In a human calculator. So this must be like your physical strength, your personality, and your intelligence, maybe? Yeah, so you could be easily bruised, or a baseline biped. An engineer of the human soul, spiritually vast, mentally underdeveloped. Baseline biped, neighborhood darling, or cognitive lightweight. Or, you excel in physical conditioning and applied violence, emotions thwart you. Iron Maiden, emotionally illiterate, pattern noticer. Well, although I understand that the description I'm about to say doesn't match my real-life persona, I enjoy playing the analytical, high-perception, very intelligent type of characters in games, and so let's try the analytical spy mask. Oh, apparently you could do a custom character too. That's cool. Let's go. Oh. Okay, wait. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. This is exactly what I was talking about. So we have 3 skill points. I don't know why I can't pick these other ones. Also, apparently, oh, there's a fatigue meter, an anxiety meter, and a delirium meter. Good. Coordination, doppelgang, instinct, sensors, shadow play. Different parts of your body acting in concert, agile and fluid movement. Well, we're the smart person. I don't think we want to deal with that. I can't click these other ones below for some reason. Maybe because... But I have 3 points. Maybe you pick 1 in each. Oh, maybe the 2 is like, that's the level of all the skills. And then even under facility of action, you can have higher coordination or whatever in the future. But right now, all mine are 2, 3, and 4, maybe. Apparently you can have clothing modifiers as well. That's pretty cool. So, when you must do more than what a single you could, you summon your internal strength. The uncontrolled aspects of your physicality unleash raw impulses, that's instincts. Sensors, your perception of the phenomenal world, receive reports from your senses. Now that sounds good. Shadow play, for any action you'd rather go undetected, advanced covert spy techniques. Let's go for sensors. Okay, and yeah, I get to pick 1 for each. Raise a relation skill to understand people. You understand your understanding of the city and how people use it. Decipher the surroundings of to your advantage. Cold read. I love that they've taken the typical, like, what you're used to in these kind of tabletop RPG-like stats and whatnot. They've really broken it down. Cold read. Read the room and act before anyone else. See the telltale signs of body language. That, when I was playing Pillars of Eternity, man, that was my favorite thing to do. When my character would walk up to somebody, and it would hit me with the, you notice that this person is already blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, you can't fool me. Nerve. Stay on target, keep calm under pressure, hide your feelings from the world. Sounds okay, Personalism. Understand what motivates people, including yourself, and see the person underneath. Sounds like a good charisma skill. Statehood. Social force, embodied in presence and coercion. Command and intimidate others. Okay. Yeah, let's go for cold read. I'm just gonna lean into the current way that my RPG brain works, I guess. So we have the ability to sense things better, the ability to read the room better, and now we get to raise an intellect skill to hone our modes of thinking. Entanglement, spooky action. Sorry, I don't know why that tickled me so much. Spooky action. Oh, God. Across this plane and beyond. Gain insight from elsewhere. Okay. Gray matter. Deductive reasoning. The rational side of your mind. Find the order in everything. Also, can I say that the design and the UI and everything, it feels really nice, and everything's been thought of, including even just these rectangles having a slight texture to them, the overlapping of the papers and stuff on the frames and everything. It's all very nice. So gray matter, deductive reasoning, the rational side of your mind, find the order in everything. Poetics, your ability to see and express what others can't. Look at that X. That is a fancy X. It's so curvy. I think that's a monospaced font, because it looks a little odd. There's too much space between the P and the R, but that's not something you can control in a monospaced font. Your ability to see and express what others can't. Engage your creative engine. Doesn't seem to fit with what I'm building so far. Records, the totality of facts and memories about the world. Understand the present through the past. That could be good. Technoflex. Make systems and machines bend to your will. Apply your technical expertise. It's this one. We have to have technology magic. But wait. So we could either control technology or gain insight from some otherworldly plane of existence. Both of those seem pretty good. I have no idea how I'm supposed to choose one over the other. Controlling technology seems good. Alright, let's kick into the game proper. The beginning of the war will be secret. Jenny Holzer. It might be a scary game. Maybe it is a scary game. I'm gonna move you guys to the top left because I know that a lot of the action in this game happens in this right panel. I once knew a spy.
She was brilliant, erratic, cursed, an anti-personnel mind in human form.
Tell me about her.
Her friends called her Herschel, but for her controllers, she was Cascade.
Your name and your cryptonym. A dead limb twitches.
Ah. So we've just passed our... I mean, not even 3 lines of dialogue into the game, we've passed our first hidden skill check. Your name and your cryptonym, a dead limb twitches. Of course, I have no idea what's happening right now. Was she good at her job? So they're talking about me? What kind of friend was she? Or what became of this Cascade? Yeah, what became of Cascade?
Portofino 91. The whole sick crew. A disaster untold. The black page in the official records.
Okay, my screen flashed red, and now I have +1 anxiety, both in-game and real life. Portofino 91, the whole sick crew. A disaster untold, a black page in the official records.
The memory hums, an exposed wire.
But these skill checks that I'm passing weren't the ones that I picked before, I don't think. So I'm just naturally passing some of these. My greatest failure? Let's stew in it? Or no sense in rehashing the past? No sense in rehashing the past. What's done is done.
None at all. Yet here we are, standing over the smashed and leaking world.
The world? How did it get that way? Tell me more about the world.
Some fool dropped it. One of ours, probably.
And what about Cascade? What happened after 91?
She was recalled. They put her in the freezer. Forever, most thought.
I got another anxiety. They were wrong, or it was nice in there. Chill. Yeah, it was nice in there. It was chill.
5 years passed. A little more of the world leaked out of itself. Cascade's controllers ordered her back to Portofino.
So remember, this is like a spy espionage game, so maybe we were a spy. That's why we have a controller. Maybe we were infiltrating this Portofino, right? If I scroll back up, Portofino 91. That could still be the name of a place and the year. So what changed? Why send me back?
Because I asked them to. There's a new assignment, Cascade. I was supposed to give you the brief.
I'm here? Where are you? Or who'd you say you were? I've learned not to ask certain questions to certain types of people in these games. This guy doesn't seem like a I'll tell you anything you want to know kind of guy. But, so I'm here. Where are you?
Right here, in an armchair in a safe house above a 24-hour photo shop in the city-state of Portofino.
Oh, I have to ask anyway. So yeah, Portofino is definitely a town or city of some kind. Who'd you say that you were?
No one special. Just an arm-like sack of cytoplasm, a special move unique to single-cell organisms.
You're a sack of a single-celled organism? What?
But before that, I was like you, a spy for the People's Republics. One of the varieties of mankind.
I think he was saying a metaphor.
This is a dangerous place, Cascade. I should never have come.
Our anxiety is rising fast. Why? What happened to you? Or you mentioned a new assignment? So we could ask him about his past, or we could just move right along. Yeah, apparently our controller, who we're working for, is the People's Republics. What happened to you? Let's talk.
I got caught with my pants down. On the plus side, I no longer have to worry about independent thought or movement.
Oh. Something happened to you. You were punished for making a mistake. Now my continue button's purple.
This was the human game, and he played it poorly. Time to give up his seat.
Hold on, how are we talking right now? I'm sorry we never got to know each other. No, we're just getting started. We can pull it back. Or stuff happens, you know? No, we're just getting started. We can pull things back.
Too late, operant. I'm smashed and leaking. Whatever happens has already happened.
Oh. Pretty tense initial conversation. There he is. And here we are in the game. And wow, the game looks great. It has like a painting-like quality to it all, doesn't it? Look at the floor tiles. There's so much texture on everything. Can't rotate the camera around, but that's probably for the best, because it's probably designed to look, you know, a certain way at certain angles. We have quite a nice UI, an objective view. See everything that we can do and click on. Also, chat's covering up, but it says current location, Party Alley, photo 24. We have nothing in our hand. Doesn't seem like a game where you're really going to be clicking and exploring everywhere, but there are interactable things, like here. Nearly identical sets of shirts and trousers, ironed and folded. And when you click on an object, it kind of shows you the relevant stat that is affecting what caused you to see it. Is that what I'm understanding? So here's something. Dishes. Recently washed. Let's look at that objective view again here. There's something I can look at this towel, apparently. Oh, or not. Toilet? The toilet seat is up. So are you alright? He was like this when you came in.
Splayed on the chair before you is a man, approximately mid-30s. His chest rises and falls in steady rhythm as he stares beyond you, unblinking. Alive, yet not alive.
Every spy for the Operant Bureau is assigned a partner, their double. This man was meant to be yours.
A pair of headphones have slipped partway off his head, connected to a stereo system beside him.
Hello? Pseudopod?
No response. His eyes are still fixed glassily on the ceiling. The pupils quiver like a failing heartbeat.
Hey, why aren't you talking anymore? Look at the ceiling, or touch his arm. Let's look at the ceiling.
Cream paint, peeling slightly. A small room in a city past its prime. Nothing to suggest why the man is so interested in it.
Let's touch his arm.
You get no response. No flinch. No twitch.
The film is monochrome and silent. The only soundtrack is the low hum of the projector as the celluloid rushes from its spool. What?
As you stare down at him, the man begins to draw.
Our anxiety is already about to hit whatever the excerpt limit is, which is not good. Let's check that. Let's look at his clothes, because he's in his underwear. That's probably weird, right?
Stiff collared shirt, a snug brown jacket, and nothing below the waist but a pair of red briefs.
White spindles of leg hit your vision like a pair of flashbangs. Mayday, visuals lost. Visuals lost. What? So we were looking at him, and then what happened? Something is assaulting our vision right now, and we can't see anymore? Must be a natural defense system, blink it away. Maybe this is how a man reclines these days, or is this a self-abuse session? Blink it away.
Entirely unfit for purpose, based on his current state.
Once your eyes readjust, you notice that the man is also wearing 3 layers of socks, each one slightly shorter than the one beneath it. For some reason, this detail strikes you as very sad. Well fortified, commendable, some kind of bizarre personal ritual, no doubt. Or maybe he overheated and had to lose the trousers to compensate. Yeah, that. Heat coma, one possible but very unlikely to his current condition. Okay. Oh, okay, so we've kind of started an investigation on what could be going on with him. But something tells me it's not a heat coma. He probably would have taken his jacket off. Let's look at his eyes. The green of long corroded copper. There's a charged empty space behind them, like a room that someone has left for the last time. As for the face around the eyes, his jaw hangs slack, his glasses askew. The lopsided headphones his lopsided headphones. I know what that word means, but I don't know how to say it. Accentuate a large bald spot atop his crown.
Horn-rimmed glasses, impeccably dialectical, more commonly found on book sleeve portraits of men decades his senior.
We could rub his bald spot for luck, give his head a reassuring pat, or don't touch him. Don't touch him.
You leave him.
This is a
exactly
serious
as you
game.
found
No
him.
rubbing bald spots.
For the best, this husk could well be cursed.
Yeah. Check the area around him.
There is no smell of alcohol, nor any open containers. No drug paraphernalia either. Just a loose cord trailing to the stereo system. Like a cosmonaut's safety tether.
Okay, we didn't really learn too much other than he's wearing 3 pairs of socks. Check his vitals.
Your fingers detect a low, steady hum where jaw meets neck. Elevated, but not critical. When in theatre, an operant must always prepare to be assassinated. Of course, it is better not to be killed.
But he's not dead yet. Someone's tried to take him out. Botched suicide, or, seems medical. He's not dead yet. I don't want to jump to any conclusions about these things, because I'm not sure. I'm just be guessing.
Then the body is disobedient and must be brought to order. The man's eyes glisten. Bright red veins blossom around their edges.
We've just passed the threshold from anxiety. If we look at our dossier of all that's going on in our body here, we cannot exert relation checks now. Maybe because we're too nervous? And we're not thinking clearly? But the man's eyes glisten, bright red veins blossom around their edges. I've let him down. This must become some kind of setup. First impression, I can't work with this. Maybe this is temporary, a chrysalis stage. I feel like I need to start getting some answers, or I'm gonna start... The mysteries are just piling on to each other. First impression, yeah, I can't work with this. I don't have anything to go on with any of this.
There may be little opportunity for a second, based on the current visual. However he ended up like this, the result is the same. Operant down.
For as long as he lies here, dead dreaming in a strange city, you are the final friend that he has. The assignment brief, man, you've got to have it, I could say to him. I could search him for clues, or I'll see what I can do for you, Pseudopod, and leave. Well, he opened his eyes, and we were talking before. I don't know how we were talking before. I'm going to just try to ask him, now that his eyes are open, and even though they're bloodshot. The assignment brief, man, you've got to have it.
Not even a flicker of a response. The people's spy cannot be caught shirking. Time to escalate.
Okay. So with statehood of 11... Wait. Can I not do this? Or can I? Cannot exert. I don't know what that means. So the pulse is present by order of the party, but he's clearly non-responsive. I have a 58% chance. Or I could search him for clues. Let's search him for clues before we do that. Maybe we can get another modifier to help us.
Click to the inside flap of his jacket. You find a laminated badge, emblazoned with the crest of the Import-Export Bureau of the People's Republic of Kohila. The name reads Esteman T. Below that, a title, Imports Lead. Sock Merchant, one of the opera's most battle-tested covers.
So he was a sock merchant? Or he was disguised as a sock merchant, and it was, yeah, apparently one of their most safe covers to use, or one that they've used a lot. But he was the import-export lead. So, whoa, hold up, the lead? That explains the 3 pairs of socks, extremely soft core, or anything else in his pockets. Yeah, that would explain the 3 pairs of socks. Wearing the wares for ease of display, an operant committed to his role. Let's see what my brain has to say about him being the lead exporter.
That's what the badge says.
Okay, thanks, Braid.
This is only a cover, but such phantoms often mimic the operant bureau's actual hierarchies.
Okay, so they're saying that while the job is fake, most times they give people fake jobs that are relevant to their standing within the spy network. So I suppose I did fuck it in the name of official parlance, or I detect institutional misogyny at work. So I think that's maybe it's implying that I have an even lesser title than sock merchant. I detect institutional misogyny at work. Also, there was no dialogue for this. Unfortunately, the Operant Bureau's Human Relations Department is nothing but a front for the Irregular Interrogation Directorate. Oh my. Anything else in his pockets? There are other things to note. A slip of paper, a business card, and a rock-hard piece of candy. Yum yum, candy. A wrapped-up rectangle of compressed sugar. It's so hard that your fingers cannot make an impression, no matter how much you strain. Cola flavor, if you had to guess. Looks old school. Heavy duty. Didn't know they still made these. Eat it, or no thanks, pseudopod, put it back. Isn't cola-flavored stuff sometimes medicinal? An old school, heavy-duty kind of candy that's too hard for you to press into? Wouldn't that be bad if I ate it and it turned out to be some medicine that he needed to live? Let's put it back. Besides, probably don't need to eat the candy anyway. Let's look at the slip of paper. I'm loving all of this, by the way. This is proving to me that, yeah, I probably would be the perfect person to play Disco Elysium. Examine the slip of paper. Oh, did I actually get it in my inventory? It's a purchase order for 10 socks made out to Carmuna Pessoa, Fashions and Garments, Bootleg Bazaar. Bootleg Bazaar. No coordinates found. Some kind of marketplace, but not one you've ever been to. This must be assignment adjacent. It's a good place to start, and your only one, currently. Your decommissioned double has been making contacts using his cover. What it says about the reason you're here remains less clear. This is not a real order. It's a sympathy order. He obviously made an impression on this Carmuna. So we'll hold on to this. The slip of paper grows heavy in your hand. Feels like a baton. So, definitely going to be getting some use out of that in the future. And if we look in our inventory, oh, look at that! Whoa, whoa! I love the UI of all this. It feels like a generic thing to say, but there's the texture on the lines, the fact that there's all these extra lines, the head shapes, the outlines of that, the framing of it all, while it's still making sense for what it's actually used for. Classic breaking the boundary boxes to make items look cooler and whatnot, sure. So we have our sock purchase order, and it even has some, like, readable details of purchase order, socks, etc. Proof of intent to buy a Marjorie number of super block socks. Look at the business card. The card is cheap and scuffed. It reads, all you need is a miracle, above a cartoonish image of a disembodied lips at a phone receiver.
Notably absent is an actual phone number.
No phone number on the business card. Turn it over. On the other side, there's an indecipherable scribble. Whatever was written here seems to begin with a D.
Into your pocket it goes.
I don't know why sometimes the game reads lines and sometimes it doesn't, but so we got a sensuous business card. So I'm gonna click this, but I don't even know if I can actually. Oh, here we go. A dice roll. I think I failed it. Oh god.
The people spies will not be caught shirking.
So I demanded my assignment. This silent treatment constitutes a Class A war crime against you. Time for intervention, physical. So I got a +3 from my statehood level, +4 from the dice, because I rolled 2 2s, and then +1 for the modifier, but it still wasn't enough. And I'm used to these things just failing and me not getting something, but actually something else is happening, and it's probably something bad. Where is my assignment brief? Slash me shakes him very hard. Shake him.
You grab him by his skinny shoulders and heave him upright, his head lolling backward as he rises.
He says, "Why are you fucking me, Pseudopod? This is my big comeback. You're being extremely selfish. Or useless." Drop him. Now wait, but he's responding. Well, we don't drop him now that he's responding. I guess I don't want to tell him. I don't know which. These both sound mean. Why are you fucking me, Pseudopod? He says, if there's any fucking going on around here, this man is instigating none of it. Alright, useless. Just useless. Drop him.
He lands in an awkward position, like a crumpled puppet, bony hips raised to the air like antennas.
There's your brief, operant. Oh, come on. Flaunting a reactionary pose. Further insult. Leave the brief hog where he lies. So, is there like something in my brain that's... Is that just like me recalling what I've learned from the state? You know, like... but sorry you made me do that. Or, and stay floored. Sorry you made me do that. He does not respond, though if you didn't know any better, his deserted eyes seem to be urging you to the bathroom.
A drop of blood shines on his lip. He must have bitten his tongue on the way down.
Oh, oops.
Out of his chair he looks smaller, more fragile, and somehow deeply lost.
I'll come back to you. I'll see what I can do for you, Pseudopod. Your double didn't notice your arrival. He doesn't notice your departure either. The air in the room is dead weight heavy. By the sign to check out the bathroom, so let's do that. Now we can get the towel.
A pair of men's trousers are hung delicately over the shower rail. If Pseudopod's pants were attempting to flee the scene, they did not make it very far.
Search the pockets.
The front and back pockets are completely empty, except for a few pieces of lint.
Oh, he said something.
Your hoisting must have compressed his lungs somehow. Unless...
Search the pockets again, thoroughly. Examine the trousers. Why are they hanging in the bathroom? Actually, yeah, why are they hanging in the bathroom? If you're taking a shower, don't really anticipate you hanging your pants over the edge of the curtain. That's kind of weird. Look at the pockets again.
You discover a small extra pocket inside the front right pocket.
A pocket disguised as a pocket.
You slip 2 fingers inside and come away with a neatly folded sheet of paper.
A pseudo-secret.
The page is notebook-sized and perforated along one edge. It reads, THA space 7 LES APR space 032 space WIFO space 9W space TBGFLW25.
I hope that my spy brain knows what that is supposed to mean.
Half a cipher. The language of spies. You've carried papers like this, folded up and hidden
That's my
away in
password?
secret pockets and compartments.
Can you imagine, like, think of the fear that would run through your body if you were playing a game and it did actually show your real password. It's like, oh.
Totally meaningless, yet no meaning can be made without it.
Nice teamwork, Pseudopod. Give him a thumbs up. He didn't say that. I kind of was hoping that my character would go like do an emote. Okay, I think we can back away from the trousers. So we have his code now. Or as you turn away, a phone begins to ring. I was gonna say no, it didn't. What a cool looking phone. Oh, you can zoom in a little bit. Hello.
You pick up the phone. The handset vibrates in your palm.
I shouldn't have answered the phone. Now they know that someone's in here.
Before you even finish speaking the word, the device connected to your phone base splits it into 256,000 encrypted fragments. The magic box, one of the proudest achievements of the Opera's Technical Services Office.
Wait, is there actually something magic happening, or is it just kind of narratively explaining how phones work?
Half a world away, a familiar voice splits into a corresponding number of fragments before coalescing again by your ear.
Please tell me you have good news.
Melita, my controller. Okay, that's good.
The voice of authority.
Good, but I mean, we have no reason not to trust our controller.
Otherwise known as your controller.
Yeah, I don't have news. I have a problem.
Operant Cascade, you made it. Your voice hasn't changed.
Her voice is just as you remember.
We'll get to your problem in a moment. Put Pseudopod on the line.
You glance over at the man face down on the floor. A snail's trail of dried saliva glints on the side of his chin.
Okay, I do feel a little bit bad now about leaving him on the floor. Also, my anxiety is raising so high.
You feel your mind starting to spin up. 5,000 revolutions per minute.
I don't think the cord will reach that far. Something's very wrong with him. He's breathing, but non-responsive. More than that, I can't say.
For a moment, no one says anything. There's no sound at all, save for the blood in your ear and the electrostatic hum of the ultra-long distance connection.
Has he been zeroed out?
Meaning eliminated, killed, rendered inoperant. The language of distance, a measure of cotton to muffle the fear.
I found a card for a phone line in his pocket, but there was no number on it. You know what's strange? I found a one-time key in his trousers. There was a purchase order in his jacket for a bunch of socks. He's not wearing any pants. I don't know if that's related. It's fine, I've got it, I just need a little time. I have no idea he was like this when I came in. Typically, I like to keep as much information to my chest in these kinds of games as I can, but since I'm kind of at a loss, and we can hopefully trust our controller, let's tell her everything. Starting with, he's not wearing any pants. I don't know if that's related.
Are you implying that he succumbed to some kind of...
Reactionary misadventure. Autoerotic obliteration. Tsunami of self-love.
I'm saying he tugged himself right off the living plane. That's my theory. That might be more reassuring than the alternatives, or I have no idea. We are kind of implying that this guy jerked himself off to death, and the game is happily allowing us to do so. That might be more reassuring than the other alternatives.
I'm not reassured in the slightest. I'll ask one more time.
Oh my god.
Is your double zeroed out?
Guys, we're in trouble. My anxiety's at 16. I feel like... I don't know if that happens to everybody. I might have done my character wrong or something.
You must speak the word. She cannot make the determination herself. Once you say it, there's no going back. The momentum of events will overtake you.
Well, okay, one, it's interesting, I just noticed some of these things that are popping up that are relevant to skills, I guess you could call them skills, they don't have a number beside of them, as if I didn't pass a check at all. It's just what part of my brain is being used to understand the information. And This one is particularly warning me that I only get to say one thing, but is our double zeroed out? No, he's still in there somewhere. He told me to check the bathroom.
Cascade, is your double zeroed out or not?
No, I don't know. I don't think he is. I don't know.
Yes, you do. Is he zeroed out, operant?
Well, I guess, yes. I guess he is.
Right. I wonder which it is. Have our enemies blown us up already? Or is this just another day at the basement massage parlor of spy services? Fucking hell. The opera's going to hang me by the toes. For you, it's back to Satellite Facility B.
Oh, and we've reached my anxiety limit. Soothe yourself by choosing a skill to lower... Oh, God! So we have to lower our personalism, blueprints, or nerve? So understanding what motivates people, understanding the city, or staying on target and keeping myself steady. I guess we'll lower my ability to keep myself under control. Damn. The opera's going to hang me by the toes. For you, it's back to Satellite Facility B.
AKA the freezer, where the old, useless, and discredited are consigned until they're dismissed or die of despair.
What?
The freezer. Shiver. Resist.
Whoa, hold on. I just got in. Give me a chance. Listen, Mel, whatever this is, it's way bigger than me and Pseudopod. Forget that. Spy more and spy harder. Whatever happens has already happened. Or so, what now? Listen, Mel, whatever this is, it's way bigger than... Actually, I don't know that for sure. I just got here. Give me a chance.
Get real, Cascade. This isn't your personal redemption tour. You haven't even got the assignment.
I tried. He wouldn't give it to me. Or assignment, yes, let's hear it, controller.
Listen to me. This assignment is over. Effective immediately. The woman in the Photoshop downstairs, Constance. She's one of ours. Let her deal with Pseudopod.
Middle-aged woman, dark hair behind the counter. You exchanged a few words when she gave you the key.
This is pretty interesting. I mean, I didn't know what to expect, but the game is almost like making me fight for the right to play the game. They're ready to send me to the freezer, and they don't care about what I have to say about the situation. Maybe she would have cared if I would have told her more clues instead of saying that he wasn't wearing any pants. Yeah, I met her when I came in. Cool, she can sub in. The assignment, let's go. But what about me? And what about me?
As for you, we need to get you on the next aerotram out of the city.
Already your mind is settling back into familiar grooves. Old mechanisms slide and click into position. That numberless phone line may be worth investigating. Perhaps the room contains other leads as well.
You don't really expect me to leave my double like this, do you? Mel, come on, don't do this to me. What are you doing here? Or what if I refuse? So this time, because I found the secret code, I get a +1, and we only have to roll a 4 with... Oh, wait, no, we have to... I'm a little confused. Okay, so the top is showing you what skill. It's showing you what level number you need to roll. Showing me my modifier. But then I'm kind of confused. Roll at least 1, but then 1's marked out. And then 2 3s. But we also rolled like a 2 and a 3, for example, to be higher than 4? Why is it 2 3s there? And then with the 2 highest, roll at least that. Oh, okay. With the 2 highest. So you're going to roll 3 dice. You take the 2 highest, and it has to be higher than 4. So we have an 89% chance. So come on, skill check. I think we're good. Yes.
You've been out of action for 5 years. The Opera wouldn't rush sending you back in theatre. Unless...
Unless one of my old assets reached out.
Half a moment's hesitation. Then...
Where'd you get that idea?
Not a denial. Proceed.
If you pulled me from the freezer, it must be because they asked for me specifically. They must have offered something mega intriguing for you to send me all the way back here. Or whipped it out of my ass, spy-like. Yeah, they must have asked for me specifically.
A highly original thesis, also completely irrelevant now. There should still be flights departing for Superblock territory tonight. Make sure you're on one of them.
Who was it, Mel?
It was no one, a ghost in the wire. The assignment's over. Get on the next tram.
I could say, no, I'm not going. The tram, sure, on my way, or fuck this, and hang up. While she did relent slightly when I passed that skill check, she's still pretty not on my side, it feels. So, yeah, the tram, sure, I'm on my way.
If what you're saying is true, enemies abound. Don't get yourself zeroed out.
A click, and the line goes dead.
What else can we investigate? Not much, but there seems to be a journal here. A familiar flash of red catches your eye.
This small table has been turned into a makeshift desk. A startlingly red folder stands out against the clutter. In the Operant Bureau's elaborate filing system, red is reserved for personnel files.
Alright. Let's look at it.
A small label in the top left corner is printed with one word. Your cryptonym, Cascade. The color reminds you of pomegranate. Your hand hesitates.
Yeah, open it. There's no one here that's gonna stop us.
The folder opens with a whoosh. Before you, in neat monospace type, your life is condensed to its barest elements. Name, Wilk Herschel, cryptonym Cascade. Born Landau, former Republic of Mercia. Dependents, none. Pay class D2. Years of service, 14. All true. None of it useful just now.
Keep reading. Childhood, I don't know what that means. History of student radicalism led to persecution by monotheist reactionaries. Fled to People Republic of Kohila. Embraced post-historical materialism. In short, born capitalist, reborn communist. Medical record, gunshot, chest, restrained bullet, or chest retained bullet, 10mm, pre-service. The bullet nuzzles in your aorta, your heartbeat flutters. History of dissociative episodes and reckless action. Sexuality, homosexual tendencies, unconfirmed. Confirmed? Where do they come up with this stuff? A vicious rumor started my extremely horny detractors. What? What? Oh, so you can say, it's like, we think that she's gay, and then it's like, yeah, I am gay. Or you could say, where did they even write this? Or you could say, no, that was just made up by extremely horny people. Where do they come up with this stuff? Suicide risk, minimal, ideation only. It's all ideation until you commit. Moving on. End of the list. According to the file, that's all there is to you. Raw facts cannot capture the totality of my being. This is me, but it doesn't feel like me. Anything else in here?
There's another page behind this one. It's labeled Service History. A tingle in your fingers. Your head grows lighter as you approach the crash site.
Rummage to the desk, or with some nerve? Oh, a 41% chance. I'm going for it. Success.
In just a few words, the worst failure of your life is reduced to bureaucratic shorthand. Previous assignment, Portofino 88 to 91. Network, whole sick crew. Operants, Cascade. Redacted. Assets, redacted, 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 redacted.
Run your finger over the black bars.
A secret the opera has elected to keep from itself.
I got 5 experience for that, for some reason. Which one of you reached out for me?
The redactions are too heavy. The names beneath them are silent. For now.
Why does the pseudopod have this?
Obvious. The opera wanted him to know what sort of spy he'd be working with.
And then let's read the latest entry.
Most recent assignment, November 91 to present. Satellite Facility B.
Right, that's where we were, the freezer. That's enough of
The
that.
folder shuts itself with a tiny sigh.
Rummage through the desk.
Amidst the crumpled sheets of copy paper and empty takeout containers, you find an open pack of cigarettes. Suprema mark.
Suprema 100s. Cheap superblock export.
Smokes. Ease of mind. Cool.
Pseudopod must have brought these with them. Examine the cigarettes.
There's nothing outwardly noteworthy about this pack of Suprema 100s. It's like any other found in commissaries and corner stores across the People's Republics. Except...
Yeah, here we go.
secreted neatly against the inner wall of the pack, just as you were once taught to do yourself. A crisply folded sheet of A7 paper.
It reads...
Vijupwil, Vubsquux, Ongs, Sixfazul, Exquum, Yijizv, Digarak, Ravux, Skilbuch, Jittabubaki, Whatsup, Sift, Hugtok, Huichk, Slaw, the Truck, Relium, Nacht, Skjuva, Fukatskla,
Is the game okay? That didn't match what this says, and I was like, wait, what is it reading? The missing companion to the one-time key I recovered from the trousers. So, turns out I should have done a bit more investigating before we answered the phone and before we talked to our pseudopod. Time to make our codes kiss. One-to-one correspondence between key and text. This is a Rosetta cipher. Your heart skips a beat. Let's take the
The pack
smokes.
slides nicely into your pocket, as though it always belonged there.
And we have a 98% chance to successfully decipher that text. Apparently we have... Oh, okay, so you could do an expert roll, I guess. And at the sacrifice of some of your fatigue, anxiety, or delirium, roll a third die. Okay, I must have just clicked it. Wait, so does that mean that I gambled some anxiety earlier, and I won, and it didn't cost me anything? I'm just going to do the 91%. I thought I was going to fail.
Letter by letter, words emerge from the mist. They speak in a voice you haven't heard for a long time.
For Cascade, all will be forgiven. Your blood retreats, stricken cold. For me? For Cascade, all will be forgiven. What does that mean? Seems pretty personal. Or cover the last word. For Cascade, all will be better, apparently. This is likely not a direct message from Pseudopod, but something he was meant to pass on to you. In that way, he has succeeded. And yet, he has simultaneously pulled off a near-flawless defeat. Cheek smudged against the floor, your double doesn't seem to be focused on you at all. Are you included in this all, Pseudopod? Or we're spies. Bad things happen to spies. No one's fault. Are you included in this all, Pseudopod? There's no response, but that doesn't mean no.
The day beyond the window beckons you outward.
There may be yet some forgiveness out there. Search the desk again, examine the cipher again, or step back. I'd like to look at the cipher again. Search the desk
There's
again?
nothing left in there.
Nothing
Neither
left.
smokes nor secrets.
So we step away from the desk. Now there's something over here we can do.
Following the cord from your double's headphones, you come to a mid-sized time stereo resting on a sideboard. A Protypo 909 50-watt with multi-disc changer. Last generation model. Designed for affordability at the expense of power and clarity.
Okay, check the disc deck.
Through the translucent view panel, you see a single red disc loaded in place. On the face of the disc are the words, Ultravioletta, you but from a dream, handwritten on thin strips of tape. You don't recognize the artist.
What have we here? Probably mainstream detritus or a cool local act. I'm in. What have we here?
The disc is loaded, ready to tell you.
Unplug the headphones and press play.
The chunky button makes a satisfying little thunk as you push it in. The plastic latch clicks into place, and the discus begins to turn. You know because the spindle is rotating, though the speakers don't produce any sound at all. The kitchen light hums and splinters momentarily.
Is this thing broken?
It doesn't appear to be. The disc is spinning the way it's meant to.
Turn up the volume.
No sound, save the thin layer of static that lines the inner cables. Amateur wire work.
Keep listening.
Or do you? You can't tell.
The music player blinks slowly. Or do you? You can't tell. I got one delirium. Keep listening.
The silence is being overtaken by a different silence, like the slow darkening of night across the wall of an empty room.
Is this what killed him, I wonder? The fact that there's some red mist around me is most concerning. Listen a little bit more.
This new silence seeps into every corner of your body, loosening fixtures, rattling drawers, seeing what will come with it.
I'm already this deep. Don't want to just get 6 delirium for nothing. Listen a little bit more.
There is still no sound, but in your mind an image forms of a blasted heath, a smouldering circle at its center. Figures in tattered robes stagger and sway on the horizon.
Something really not good is happening. Hold on, what's going on? Or entanglement. What's with the smoldering circle? Let's go for an expert roll. I'm going all in on whatever this disc has to offer. No!
The mind blanks. The power grid ravaged by an unseen, faraway storm.
Oh, God. Where am I?
A second-floor studio apartment above the Photo 24 while you wait film lab on Orphanage Street in the independent city-state of Portofino.
Oh, it seems like maybe I still am learning something.
Slowly, you return to yourself. The apartment looks the same. Just about.
Alright, stop. Press stop.
The static quiets as you reset the volume. A great relief shivers through you, though nothing has seemingly happened.
Press eject, take the disc.
A brief internal hum. Then the disc slides halfway out of the machine and waits there, like it's trying to hide from you. You remove the red disc and place it into your pocket.
Enough
You
stereo.
step away from the equipment.
Dang it. That sucks that we weren't able to figure that out. We went all in on the delirium and it didn't pay off. Take a look out the window. There's something rooting through the bin in the alley below. Oh, so I guess sometimes there's not a whole conversation to go through. So we're affected by delirium right now. Let's just... What's going on with this? Oh, this is... These are like your quests. Whoa. Look at the art. Oh. Even it has a flip side too. I hope that they sell prints of this stuff or something. I might be tempted to pick it up. Yeah, the game is like marking down, you know, what we've met, what we've done, and what we've learned and whatnot. Good stuff. I wanted to look at here. Cannot exert intelligence checks. Okay, so we can't boost our checks because we're too delirious right now. Also, we lost that one skill point, which sucks. Let's leave. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of surprised the game let me leave. I thought that'd be the end of the demo. Photo lady. Enough. You're blacklisted. Take your sick little games elsewhere.
Easy, lady. I just want to develop some photographs. I'm not trying to take your innocence.
The woman you met on your way in, she runs the Photoshop and maintains your safe house. The man you don't recognize. That's an interesting camera he's carrying. Professional class. No consumer model. Does that poor girl even know what you're up to?
You have a wild imagination. A little photo should not count as a crime. It's not like it's a loaded gun or something.
The mention of a loaded gun stands your hairs on end. The woman casts a split-second glance in your direction, requesting assistance. Not your conflict. No need to engage. So, yeah, so I've picked up that she's trying to get me to help, but I'm also kind of thinking I don't need to. She told you to leave, sir. What's going on here? Say nothing, just observe. Let's stay calm. Let's say, what's going on here?
Stark realities that prevent me from pursuing my interests. Also racism, maybe.
He turns to me. A cackle of recognition behind his eyes as they meet yours. Uh-oh. So I could think, where do I know him from? Come on, 41% chance. Come on. God damn it! Nowhere. You've never seen this man before in your life. But that doesn't mean he hasn't seen you.
What?
She's probably another victim of your so-called street art. Forget it.
Very well. Photo 24 can have this round. Thank you for this extreme stress I'll now carry through my day.
He gives you one more glance as he leaves, garish coat flipping behind him. That was exciting, wasn't it? She watches him go, then looks at you. Who was that man? Nobody. A seething little oddity who likes making fantastical threats. Has he been here before? Oh yes, keen photographer, limited in subject. Lucky for you to only catch him on the day of his banishment. Before we get into it, I want to make one thing clear. Just because I'm working for the opera does not make me some kind of communist. The Operant Bureau, it should go without saying, is the spy service of the Superbloc, aka the Communists. Wait, what are you then? Or your politics are irrelevant to me as long as you do your job. So don't even attempt to seduce me with your post-historical dialectics. Your double already tried his hardest. I'm strictly here for the espionage. Which reminds me, I have some funds to redistribute. Your stipend for the assignment. She hands you a small envelope containing a few folded bills. Soul gain 20. Money means nothing. I live to spy. The soul's in the toilet. This won't even buy me a belt to hang myself with. Or cha-ching. Cha-ching. While we're on the subject of allowing resources, here's what that screwdriver pseudopod requested. She slides a small toolkit and slides it across the counter. Oh, she produces a small toolkit and slides it across the counter. This toolkit looks so empty, barely usable in its current state. Fortunately, it appears highly expendable. Hold on, I didn't ask for this? Or what am I supposed to do with a screwdriver? Hold on, I didn't ask for this. You don't have to, isn't that the whole idea? Central planning and all that. Anyway, it's only a damn fax machine. She gestures towards the monstrous off-white plastic machine behind you. You could simply give it to Pseudopod. I'm sure he's more capable with it. Speaking of, where is your double? She deserves to hear it from me, or from you. Do not let her find the Pseudopod upstairs by herself. This woman could be a valuable source of information if you could prize it from her. New task. What's wrong with Pseudopod? Get a second opinion on Pseudopod's condition. Learn more about the red disc. We barely spoke when I came in. I didn't even introduce myself. We have a high chance for this. She must know something about my assignment. Find out what it is. Right, the Pseudopod. I can tell her the truth. Or Pseudopod asked me to look into something. Do you know anything about this? Show her the purchase order. I wanted to show her the red disc. Alright, let's go for the skill check. 83% chance. Come on. No way. Oh, God, thank God. Basic social engineering. First, take the target into your confidence. Special asset. It's time you learned of our meta task. Her look is weary but intrigued. 2. Turn an admirable quality into a vulnerability. Pseudopod is up for the People's Service Medal. The opera sent me to assess his stagecraft. That's strange. No one said anything to me about a meta task. I'm telling you right now. That's what's happening here. The opera's ways are its own. I want you to tell me about Pseudopod's movements, who he's spoken with, everything about the assignment he shared with you. The opera's ways are its own. Is this really how we handle personnel matters? It sounds suspiciously elaborate. She fucking loves it. I want you to tell me about the Pseudopod's movements, who he's spoken with, everything about the assignment he shared with you. I think I made the right choice there. 3. Exploit, exploit, exploit. I understand. This is a test to check our information security. I'll have you know, Pseudopod's not told me anything. He kept it intensely tight. She gives you a very satisfied smile. Disappointing. Pseudopod assured me you're extremely observant. Or look, Constance, he's very close. My report could be what puts him over the top. Or know anything about this, show her the purchase order. Let's see if we can tease it out of her by saying she was very observant. A wince. A knife prick she'll surely remember. Have you tried the Bootleg Bazaar? He was down there yesterday. The Bootleg Bazaar. That matches the purchase order you found on his body. I'm not familiar. What is that? What was the pseudopod looking for there? How do I get to the bazaar? So, I think I ended up getting the information we wanted out of her about the Bootleg Bazaar. We could have either showed her the purchase order and probably gotten it for free, or I ended up wounding her, going after her pride, I guess, as she said before. She's in it for the love of being a spy, not because she's a communist. So, I'm not familiar. What is that? What was the pseudopod looking for there? He said he intended to interview some of the vendors. I can't tell you what he was after precisely. There. Your double's passed the baton to you. Find out what brought him to the bazaar, and you'll be one step closer to your assignment. How do I get there? You can practically see it from the front door, due south, in the ruins of the old S-Silk factory. Head west from the roundabout. If by some chance you find yourself in Party Alley, it means you've gone the wrong way. I hope you write Pseudopod a glowing report. From what I've seen so far, he certainly deserves it. Now I need to tell you that he's dead. Are we alone here? Are there any other tenants I need to worry about? What's your opinion on the assignment? Where? Oh my god. You know, I don't know what I knew what kind of game I was getting into, but man, this was not the game to save for the last demo of the day. My throat will not survive. Are we alone here? Any other tenants we need to worry about? What's your opinion on the assignment? What's wrong with the fax machine? I need help finding my way around. Do you happen to know what this miracle is about? Show the card. One other thing, I wasn't being entirely open with you about earlier, about Pseudopod. Let's ask her the other things before we tell her the truth. So, are we alone here? Any other tenants I need to worry about? No, it's very secure. Just the three of us. Upstairs, your double twitches, electrical reflex running to a dead switchboard. Married? Children? Nosy customers? Nosy customers? Most people prefer drop-off and pick-up for their film and prints. No one's ever been here for very long. Married?
Divorced.
For some reason, she only has one voice line to say divorced. Oh, what'd he do? He grew bored of me, voice flat. Children? Wasn't in the cards. And how's the special asset liminal class life treating you, Constance?
I don't presume to know the inner workings of the opera, but I have to think I could be better utilized.
How do you mean?
Of course, I'm happy with the tasks I've been assigned thus far. Keeping a safe house is a major responsibility, but I have other skills, you know.
Such as?
Chemistry, for one. I have an entire photo lab back here with access to all kinds of toxic chemicals and powders. And yet I doubt anyone would suspect a woman like me of, say, poisoning someone. If the assignment required it.
This is a woman who's planned countless perfect murders in her idle hours.
But she wouldn't have killed Pseudopod. Right? That's extremely useful to know.
I'm not saying I hope it comes to that, just if it does.
Do you happen to know what this miracle is about? Show her the card.
I certainly don't. It looks rather flirtatious.
My interest in it is purely professional.
Seedy business attracts itself. You might try one of the bars along Party Alley.
To the west and the north. If she doesn't go there herself, if she can help it, though the shop is directly on the district's border. What's your opinion on our assignment? Forgive me, is this still part of the test? Shouldn't you be the one advancing these theses and so forth? Just your general impressions, then. We've gotten off to a bad start, there's no denying it. Here, it's okay. Every assignment starts out this way.
I don't know whether that's intended to be reassuring.
What's wrong with your fax machine?
It's that little amber light. It means out of order, and I haven't been able to get it to green, meaning in order.
She gestures towards the hulking machine behind you.
Pseudopod assured me this machine was a vital tool of communication, as precious to our work as the magic box we installed on your room phone.
Magic box? So I guess if we're in a world of film and print that still needs to be developed in a dark room, then we have some access to technology, but not modern day technology. No one told me anything about a fax machine.
I'm telling you now, Operant. That's what's happening here.
Okay, she hit me with the same line I hit her with.
You've received all sorts of technical training, I presume. I would think getting a little light to turn green should be well within your powers.
A dread beast humming with dormant power. A handless scribe. It just needs to be soothed.
And there seems to be some sort of personification of technology happening, or maybe that's just my techno brain doing its techno thing. I'll need some help finding my way around. Nah, you already told me which way to go. One other thing, I wasn't being entirely open with you earlier about Pseudopod. What do you mean? She takes a moment to brace herself. He's not going to be receiving a service medal, in fact. Something's wrong with him. He's completely non-responsive. My God, you're saying he's face down on the floor. It's like he was assaulted by some kind of petty bird, some kind of petty demon. Or, I can't say. He was like that when I found him. Oh God. It takes a beat for your meaning to reach her. Shock. Bewilderment. Your cue. What do we do, Operant? First off, when did you last see him? Did anyone else have access upstairs? I found this in the stereo upstairs. Yes, the red disc. But first off, when did you last see him? It was yesterday, when he returned for the evening. He looked stressed, like he was shouldering a great burden. Did he say anything about me? No, I don't believe so, only that you'd be arriving today and none too soon. Pseudopod was a very good teacher. He said it would fall on me to see after any operants who are incapacitated in theater. I wonder, did he ever suspect he was talking about himself? Does anyone have access to the upstairs? Absolutely not. Nobody's been upstairs except for you and Pseudopod. What kind of chemicals do you have back there anyway? Operant, if you're about to imply that I've committed some heinous act. Say nothing. Sure, I may treat myself to a little rag on occasion, but that's strictly therapeutic. I can promise you there's nothing in my photo lab that would cause what you've described. Did she just admit that she likes to huff her own chemicals in her dark room and get high a little bit sometimes? Alright, forget that. I found this in the stereo upstairs. I've never seen this before. What's on it? Do you know a band called Ultravioletta? I haven't had the chance to listen to it yet, or this disc gave me a very ominous feeling. I think it's responsible for what's happened. But it's just a disc? How can that be? That's what I've got to figure out, or I have no idea. That's just my theory at the moment. That's what I've got to figure out. I must say, it doesn't look like a regular disc. It doesn't look like a regular disc like you buy at the shops. This one looks more like a bootleg. What do you think happened? I haven't the faintest idea. I'm adrift. Pseudopod struck me as an absolute professional and very cautious. Your double's condition is of secondary importance. First order remains figuring out what your assignment was meant to be. Of course, if you could restore him to himself, then perhaps he could brief you, as that was part of the plan. I suppose I could move him to the spare room down here, that way I could keep an eye on him. We need to talk to a doctor, or right, I'll leave him to you then. No, we need to talk to a doctor. He's still alive. A doctor, right. Dr. Hugo would be able to help. He runs a houseboat clinic in the backways to the west of the Bootleg Bazaar, far end of the docks, past the waterlock. Right, I'll leave him to you then. Of course, that's the least I can do. So I'll head to the bazaar and see what I can find, or maybe any of those other places that we've just talked about. Before you do, I understand this is your first time back in theater for some time. She hesitates, a little shy all of a sudden. Say nothing. I just wanted to say, welcome back to the opera. We have a handful of things that we can investigate. My character is slightly delirious. We have a random amount of items. Okay. She spends slow afternoons rearranging the postcards under glass. Swimming lessons with Paulo. Ben Day is now bi-weekly. Parakeets for sale. One of the fuses is held together with the coin. Holiday cards, 97, pre-order. The malignant mystery emanates from the fax machine, and I can touch it. A humongous white block of office technology sits in front of you. It seems like a sacrificial altar made of plastic. Inside, mechanical parts are assembled in such a way that it can scream analog messages across huge distances. Yeah, just like how they were talking about the phone upstairs, they get pretty... whimsical is not the right word. They get symbolic with how technology works, such as saying that a fax machine can scream analog messages across huge distances. Remove the panel. Your screwdriver makes short work of the star-head screws holding the side panel in place. You set them aside one by one and gently remove the plastic panel. What could be sacrificed here? Pacify the machine's spirit. That's a 91% chance. Okay. The holy innards of the facsimile machine reveal themselves to you like an offering waiting to be interpreted. What disturbs your labors, spirit? You're looking at a Sonatine Executive Series 2, a cursed model plagued by numerous debilities, most commonly a chronically misaligned paper tray. I'm so sorry. Place your hand on the fax machine, or slide the paper tray back into place. From the machine bowels comes a pleasing chunk as the plastic tray slots back into its receiver. The paper belt purrs as life is restored. I got some experience.
Much better, thank you.
Photo lady, don't read my faxes. Or be at peace, Sonatine Executive Series 2. The small green light marks its status as ready. Well, I fixed the fax machine. Also, I'm not sure how much longer this demo is going to be, but I will be right back, chat room. 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue. Unless I'm about to walk outside and then the demo's over. Can I go back there? The beaded curtain obscures her back room and the front counter. Or actually, that's probably not right. The TV? The screen flickers, static turns to black. A booming voice emerges. Did you know water covers approximately 63% of the world, but the sky covers 100%? Obviously, or narrow your eyes. What's the world trying to hide? A masked man appears on screen, gesturing wildly.
Wrong. The sky is only 98% sky. The other 2% is used to cover up the fact that they replaced the moon 4 times. But they don't want you to know that. That's why they're coming for me. But not before I tell you the truth.
The screen warps and color shifts between clips of the man talking. A phone number flashes urgently. I should write down his number. You write down the digits as Bagman watches on. Bagman? What's this about? This is an advertisement for a daily television program hosted by a man wearing a paper bag over his head.
I am Subcommandante Beckman, and this is the reality situation. No breaks, no filters, no cowards.
Okay, well, good luck with that. Do we have a phone upstairs, right? Can I call him? Can I pick him up, by the way?
You return to your double splayed upturn.
Guess not.
You dial your controller's number. Raw information atomizes itself.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
I thought you were headed out. What is it?
Just testing the line.
It works. Get moving, operant.
The line goes.
Okay. No calling the bagman. This game is pretty cool, though. I mean, I don't know. I had no idea what to expect. Let's go outside. Let's see what happens now. Oh god. Oh god, we're allowed to do stuff outside. Sour smell rises from rubbish drawing flies and scuttling things. The pale, crisp window of a reading lamp shines from your neighbor's window. So this is the state of the world, huh? Two species of ivory crawl over the railing, a joint invasion of the upper world. Exposed ventilation pipe, big enough for a fool to crawl through. Portrait has been stenciled over the poster. Ex-Supreme Leader Nestor's face has been plastered over the film poster. From afterbirth, she's sending them to afterlife. Discovered a new district? Commercial propaganda guides you in the direction of squalor or the so-called basin. Let's check our journal really quick. So, we could go and talk to the Carmuna person who was talking with Pseudopod. We could... Oh, okay, loose ends. Loose ends is like for not a specific task, I guess. And then I would actually like to follow up on this red disc. Constance recommended Dr. Hugo on a houseboat west of the bazaar. So let's go. Is that a mailbox with an arm or an elephant? The trunk. Water gurgles beneath. Hey, tall lady. Nah, not talking to you. I can observe something myself.
And music ahead. You can still make out the lower half of the words "Elk free" sticking out on the brick beneath.
Where to begin? Pseudopod has purchased an order from the bazaar signed Carmuna. She must be here somewhere.
You also have the red disc from the stereo system. You could seek out a media vendor to assess it.
Right. That red disc is really, really what I'm interested in. Dare you to stub that out on a blind guy? What? Dad gave me 2 soul.
A cosmonaut suit. Its shoulder patch reads, "The stars are ours, 77.
How much?
5,000 sol.
That's a lot.
No wonder it's still here. People with that kind of money don't shop in the bazaar.
Hmm.
Your focus widens back to the bazaar.
I'm resisting clicking on literally everything just to try to keep the pace going a little bit, but there's so many things to investigate and talk and people to talk to. Trying to find someone that looks a bit like a media specialist and or the doctor on the houseboat. Okay, we've reached the old docks. What's that?
Canned beverages are lined up like brightly coloured soldiers, neatly regimented behind coiled springs.
So we could buy some things to affect
refreshments will-
our anxiety or other stats. What's that? Oh, a free can. Well, good thing I didn't just buy one. Here's someone. Loading platform ahead, but
The man gives no indication of registering your presence as you approach. His mirrored sunglasses are turned upwards.
he's aware that I'm here. Follow his gaze. Excuse me, nice boat. Are you a man of the sea or a man of the land? Nice boat. No, it's not, but it's a good one. Help you with anything? A colleague of mine was seen around here recently. Any chance you two talked? A colleague. He rolls his cigarette to the other side of his mouth. Go on. Preoccupied with socks? Professional. Brown suit. Glasses. Late 20s to early 50s. Upright. Balding. Loser tier. Preoccupied with socks. There's a lot of coming and going in the bazaar that I don't get paid to keep track of it.
The slightest hesitation. Something's off here.
You sure? A man from the superblock, probably asking a lot of questions. I'm sure. Alright then. His gaze drifts back to its origin point, unless there's anything else. I shouldn't have pressed him. Look around the barge. An old, low-slung workhorse with tar patches, welded plates, and mismatched boards. Resin on the seams, hairline cracks across the hull. Someone's been fighting to keep it alive. Marinha 32, early 70s issue. Protoferrin manufacturing, built for municipal dredging, but this one's been heavily modded. A 32, reliable class. Except for a few bolts disagreeing about their place. Still, the reputation's deserved. He's got a few more years left in him. Places his hand on the railing briefly. Wait, your barge is a he? What's your name? A lot of bootleg goods come from here. A lot of bootleg goods here. Where'd they all come from? What's your name? Boatman. That's just what people call you. Let's try again. What's your first name? A professional. No further questions. His chin dips once. Got something else on my mind. I got more questions. Actually, never mind. I guess I'll see you later. Wonder if he was supposed to be the doctor. Wait, he said on a houseboat. That's not a houseboat.
The Guardia Municipal officer is intensely scratching at his neck. As you approach, he wipes his hand on his pant leg.
Hola, miss. He tugs at his collar as if to hide the cracked red skin. Hope there's a reason you stopped an officer while he's on duty.
The folks who guard property rights are not worthy of answers.
I'm in the socks trade. Just thought you could do with some. Socks are the one thing I don't need. Too many elderly relatives for that. A grin spreads under his mustache. Officer Marito, agent coordinator for the Guardia Municipal. He sniffs sharply. Do you need help with anything? Everything all right there? Nods at your neck. How bad does it look? His hand, claw-like, hovers by a large patch of inflamed
A
skin.
smeared pattern with streaked edges. You can rule out natural irritants.
Looks like a chemical burn, maybe an allergic reaction. Shit, he rubs his neck. There is a topical boar repellent I've been using. Instructions said to apply generously.
Common boar deterrents. Loud noises and strong smells, such as predator urine, placed in strategic locations.
Did the label mention bear urine? Because if not, you got duped. Are you serious? He glances toward the alleyways, and right in the middle of a boar infestation, too. Tell me about this boar infestation. It used to be a seasonal problem. The line of his jaw softens. Every autumn, some adults would come down, bold and hungry. But lately, it's more of a permanent residency. Come down from where? The hills up north. As far as I've heard, Vale de Suspriso. You got thorns, ferns, old trees. A nightmare to patrol. Are the boars dangerous? At best, they're a nuisance. The little ones are fine, but the adults could take off a kneecap if you're not careful. And then there's the really big one, the mother.
The way he intones the word mother suggests a primitive monotheist before an image of a graven god.
Speak to me of this mother. Massive, furs all matted, covered in scars, territorial too. Preys on drunks stumbling back from a party alley. My mother's the same way. Sounds like she does your job for you. Or what can you do about a boar like that? Tusks, claws, knives, bullets. Take your pick. Every few years, some brave moron tries to take her down, but he shrugs. She stands undefeated. I'll be sure to keep my distance. Good. You don't want to know what tusks do to stomachs. So, what do I do if I encounter a boar? You back away slowly. If you can get a whiff of it charging, find something to climb if you can, and then come find me. Alright, well, I guess I should get going.
As you step away, the GM returns to scratching his inflamed skin.
Just a guy putting on some fake boar repellent? Rain gently muffles the world around me. Silver threads on a gray canvas. You lean against cold metal. The city slackens around you. I watch the rain fall. My delirium lowered. Out past the bricks and the pylons, the horizon floats. Neither land nor sea, but a smudged promise. A filthy flyer glued to the wall. A row of bespectacled men stare in the distance, while their midst a lone figure looks towards the viewer. A man with a brown paper bag on his head. Above him, in bold letters, the reality situation. Right, of course, the Bagman show. I salute the Bagman. The People's Bureau of Entertainment would never allow something this archaic to make it to the air. You know where this poster would look absolutely bitchin'? Where? I say to myself. That big blank wall right next to your bed in photo 24. Background check conducted at time of recruitment confirms that Cascade attended St. Lidwina's boarding school from the ages of 11 to 17. Subject reports that return visits to the home and residence of her mother, E. Wilk, were infrequent and, quote, impersonal. What? What does this have to do about anything? Mom never let me put anything on the walls. And the operas moved you between so many different apartments in the last 5 years, you've never had a chance to unpack, let alone decorate. Constance is a comrade of the arts. She'd understand, or nay, encourage this. Check to make sure no one's watching, and then grab the poster. I'll take it just in case. Take the poster. I don't know if this is very me. Leave the poster, or no way. I don't want him staring at me while I sleep. Creepy. Check to make sure no one's watching, and then grab it. It's been adhered to the wall with blue reusable adhesive. Sticky. Easy for quick installation and removal. You've been able to get it down and rolled up without any difficulty. Bagman's been flooding the city with these. They're designed to be taken home. A reality check. This is the back ways. Maybe I need to be a good gamer and just go to the bazaar. I don't see any boat that seems to be more clearly labeled as a houseboat than a normal boat. You can make that jump with your eyes closed, you reckon? think that's what that said, something like that. So now I've kind of, maybe I'm in a slightly, this looks better. What's that? Wait, don't go up there yet. What's that? The sign used to issue a warning about doing something, now effaced with black spray paint. I don't know what that's supposed to say. This sign can't stop me because I can't read. Single molded concrete forms the immovable base. I climb up the ladder. It looks like a giant buoy. Also, there's a lot of paint on the sides. Also, this is really tall. Also, I'm having regrets. Also, there's someone up there. You feel the wind from a seagull's wing as it passes. Bottled water, meal bars, wipes, supplies for an extended stay.
The man doesn't react or turn as you approach, your feet echoing off the high metal.
You've come a long way. Fortunately, the view just about compensates.
What are you doing up here?
I'm being punished. My employer has placed me in an impossible position.
A faded patch sewn into his pants below the pocket. Twin black lines set against a yellowed background. Carrilis de Portofino, the oldest transit company in the city.
I'm a safety inspector, watching the lines. As you might have noticed, this pylon is under construction, technically.
Why is this assignment a punishment?
It's my role to ensure the lines and pylons are all built according to code. And this line, line 9, will never be finished.
Why not?
What we're sitting on is hardly more than a sketch. This pylon's angle deviated more than expected, as the concrete said. Hazardous near water. Shouldn't have skimped on materials. Then there are the clearance issues. The party alley rooftops are higher than the building department's official records.
These aerotrams would shear those right off. How's that your problem? You're saying your bosses put you here to drive you mad. So what can you do?
I could falsify my reports and declare Line 9 safe for construction anyway, or I could quit. Either way, the company can't lose.
That is a brilliant punishment. I would burn this pylon to the ground. You seem strangely at peace with all this.
I wasn't always. I thought about throwing myself off this pylon, right where you're standing. I used to fantasize about the GMs dragging my waterlogged corpse from the canal. Fortunately, this spot lends itself to reflection. Contemplating my punishment helped me see how to live with it.
The question is, can you live with your own? I think I'm also being punished. Perhaps this pylon was built on a site used by Neolithic shame shamans. I've got no time for reflections. I'm only here for results. How do you live with it?
What else is left to do? But you know, the view's not mine, just in case.
He nods up towards the horizon. See anything interesting up there? Many things, but everyone has their own definition of interesting. What's yours? Have you seen anything spooky? I was hoping you saw someone new pass through here. A man, dark hair, black suit, and glasses.
A friend of yours?
I don't really have those.
Oh, well, you're asking about him. Maybe a friendship's in the stars, yes? Quite a formal-looking man, yes? He was here just the other day.
First, the basics. Then, assess if he's seen more or not, whether he realizes it or not. What was he up to?
He had a conversation with the music vendor over there. It did not seem pleasant.
The red disc. Down below, an older man glares intensely as a young couple thumb eagerly through sleeved discs. What were they talking about? He doesn't know. He's up here. Did the man in the suit talk to anyone else?
I couldn't say. A lot of people come through here. I didn't pay particular attention to him.
Well, let's ask him anyway. What were they talking about?
I couldn't really tell.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Have you seen anything spooky? There's an unmoored boat that's been floating around the canal to the south. What's spooky about that? There doesn't seem to be a driver or any crew. Sometimes the wind carries an awful noise from it to my ear. Can you describe the noise? Guttural and aggressive, like some sort of primordial steel beast. It's locked in battle with a diseased swamp pig.
Terror to most, but for those with a taste for it, this is the kind of sound that vibes with their darkened soul.
You mean like music? I'm afraid so. Let's talk about something else. I'm feeling confident. I'm gonna go for this role. Nice.
Some questions don't require thought, but the opposite. Quiet the conscious mind and the answer comes naturally.
I'm being punished, and I think I know the reason why. Fantastic, what is it? I've abandoned my friends. Punishment suits me. I stole a glimpse behind the curtain of reality. Great powers want revenge. The enemies I haven't destroyed yet are my selfhood, fundamentally. I'm trying to think of what little we know about our character's past. Moved from home to home. In the opera for 14 years. Punished in the freezer. Brought out back on duty most recently for this assignment. Called upon by someone in particular. Maybe number 4, my selfhood, fundamentally.
There's no meaning, apart from what you think and experience. Not many are able to perceive the nature of things so clearly. The pylon man turns his head, ever so slightly.
The stars could sense my impending perfection, and I had to be stopped, or I think there's something wrong with me. Sounds more like self-pity than an objective assessment of a situation, he frowns. I believe your question requires more time and experience than you've committed to it thus far. Not a criticism, simply an observation. See anything else that might be interesting? Depends on your definition of interesting. Alright, nothing new there, but I guess I'll see you later then. What's that? Oh. I unlocked something called conditioning, but apparently it's not available in the demo. Oh, time to go down. Oh, okay, so for every 100 skill points, you can raise a skill. Man, that's really punishing then if you lose one. I want to... oh. Some gloves. That apparently increased my statehood. Oops, wait, go back. Oh, and when I put the gloves on, they actually properly appear on my character. That is wonderfully unexpected. Graffiti so fresh you could get high off the paint fumes. Let's not do
The
that.
gate is bound to the pole by a thin steel chain. The gap between leaves little room for passage.
Inspect the chain.
Rust speckles your fingertips. A system compromised at the subatomic level.
Okay, well, open the gate.
You push the gate. The metal creaks, but it doesn't move. It's held fast by a rusty chain. We're gonna need tools for this one.
Hmm. So we still have the musician guide, the music guy to talk to. And then we still need to find whatever we were supposed to find originally. The person Carmuna, or whatever her name was. Illegal repeater stations hidden somewhere in the city keep this TV playing Lusian music 24/7.
Off-brand drivers.
Here we go.
Cheap plastic housing.
The man gazes down at a crate of cartridge discs, eyes thin and lips drawn. A box of little nemesis. He's outnumbered. Veins rise like old roots beneath his thin skin.
Mass-produced excrement. These animals pleasure themselves in it.
Nod politely.
Those smears near the optical pickups? That's not damage. Shame. It oozes out over time.
You see this? Each one guaranteed for 10,000 replays. Obscene.
No one will ever get it the way that he does. Let's go for the gamble. 89%. Ooh. Oh, but it still does cost stuff. It's not just if you fail it then. Elitists like this come in two varieties, audiophile or cultural nostalgic. This man is definitely the latter. It's not actually about the formats itself. It's what they promise and what they represent. The format is the content, right?
Right.
The light ignites in the black of his pupils. Once the format becomes disposable, so does the content, both symptoms of widespread decay.
Imaginative faculties dulled by senseless repetition. Forgive me, friend. I'd mistaken you for a common replayer.
That is the highest compliment he's paid to anyone in months, maybe years. First obstacle avoided is in what is evidently a labyrinth of personal ethics.
Too much to ask, I expect that you're a fellow Einzelton aficionado?
The vendor glances at you, daring to hope. Isoltone. No entries found, and no point trying to pretend. I'm willing to learn.
One of a fast-fading few. Go ahead, browse away. My name's Petre. If you need anything, I'll be here, lamenting what's left of the culture.
Okay, so we managed to get him on side, but then lost him a little bit with not being able to recognize what an Einzeltone is. So, what is an Einzeltone?
Einzeltone XR, to give it its proper title. The one true format. The apex of auditory technology. A high-fidelity yet dynamic sonic experience that self-effaces after a single play.
And I've got it says check unlocked. Music player. What does that mean? Like, does that mean, like, if in the future someone talks to me about music players, I'll be able to say, ah, yes, I know what that is. Behold, the paladin who stands before absurdity and declares, well, technically. You lost me on that one again. You lost me a little bit there. You can only play these things once. How does it erase itself? What does the XR stand for? What's the point if you can only listen to it once? How does it erase itself?
A magnet embedded in the disc erases its contents as it's being listened to.
A technological musical reflex, or a technological muscle reflex, reproduction and erasure just millimeters away in space, milliseconds in time. Crucially, such a disc would result in an empty disc, like the one you found on Pseudopod's body.
As in life, everything happens only once. Replayability is oblivion. The end.
I never found a disc on his body. This crimson disc, that was the one that was already inside the player. And we played it, and it worked. It wasn't erased. So I am not sure what the game is talking about there. Okay, but thankfully, the game is also, we are in sync somewhat. We can ask him if this disc is an Einzeltone disc, which I don't believe it is.
Where did you get this?
What's it matter?
Einzeltone hasn't been available to consumers for a decade. A disc in good condition is worth thousands of sol to people who appreciate its wonders.
Doesn't seem so wondrous to me. There's nothing on it.
You played it?
I mean, I did, but only after it had already been played.
And what? You thought to defile a corpse a little more just for fun? I expected better from you. Better they recalled them all years ago. Better a mass manufacturing fault than this, to save them from this humiliation from being passed around
Like the vendor deflates before you. His rising anger is gone in an instant, like a fuse being tripped.
A light switch flips off in his eyes. He handles it as reverently as if it were a tiny plastic coffin.
I'm sorry.
Talking to the Einzeltone, not me. Oh, get over it, it's just a disc. It's in a better place. Any idea what the title means? Even though it was empty, I listened to it. It made me feel pretty weird. Any thoughts on that? What does the title mean?
UV can only be ultraviolet. Degenerate Lucian Electrodrosser. There's a new fabricated star every day, it seems. But she's the top of today's pile.
As for the title, probably the works of a brain-dead marketing committee. What's a contemporary L pop star doing on this obscure format?
Some kind of promo copy, I would assume. Maybe an advanced single of some kind?
So you think it's real, not a bootleg?
Of course it's real. You can't bootleg an Einzeltone. Another of its enduring qualities. This ultraviolet has gone missing at the moment. Kidnapped by counter-fascist radicals, whatever that means. Lucian marketing plot, if you ask me.
The next time the world sees her, she'll be clasping an assault rifle draped in the flag of the party. More pop stars should be abducted for the cultural good. Why would that be good marketing? She's probably getting sawn apart by a stalker or something. Why would that be good marketing?
Mystery, fragility, trying to add something of the legendary to her status. Things like her make me almost miss the days the Lucians were marching on the colonies.
He glances at the red disc and runs a thumb over its surface.
None of this is the Einzeltone's fault, of course. They can't control what gets seared upon them.
So I wonder if you wouldn't have played the disc. Could you have brought it here and been like, hey, here, play this for me. Like, figure this out for me. Or even if I would have passed the check, maybe I would have understood more of what was going on. Even though it was empty, but I guess I wouldn't get this line of dialogue right here, so I've already listened to it. It made me feel pretty weird.
I assume fondling a human corpse would also make you feel pretty weird.
He shakes his head. You did a little of that too, but no need to mention. No, I mean it was eerie. There was something spiritual about it. Can Einzeltones be weaponized, or I was basically hallucinating?
What can I say? It's a powerful format, even post-mortem.
Makes sense. Forbidden media, this desecration of a tomb, the broken seal. No, more primal, star-written, soul danger. So, my brain that sometimes kind of argues with itself even, where it's like, so it could make sense that it had such a effect on me. It's forbidden media. We've essentially desecrated its tomb and broken the seal on it by trying to watch it more than once. But it's actually, no, my instincts are saying it's more than that. Something like my very soul was in danger, but there's got to be a better way to recover what's on it.
You seem to have misunderstood my soliloquy. It's done. No mass. The beauty and the tragedy of the format. I hope you dispose of it with dignity. I think a private ceremony would be most appropriate.
Is it possible to reconstruct an Einzeltone XR? 97% chance. I failed it. No way. God damn it. Your mind blanks at the glare. These things are single play only. Anything else is sacrilege.
Yes.
Einzeltones are great, aren't they?
Yes. Very great.
God damn it. I don't think we've learned any answers about those discs.
You'd like to hear more?
Have you ever actually listened to one?
What do I look like to you? A common replayer?
There's that word again. Isn't that the point of these discs, that you can't replay them, so you'd just be a common player?
Oh, so you're a semiotician now. I own several, if the word ownership applies to such a delicate relationship, but I would sooner molest myself than an Einzeltone XR disc.
What happens to the disc once the contents are erased?
It loses its resale value, and the uninspired replayer who listened to it loses a piece of their soul.
Would trying to re-listen to an empty disc cause excruciating psychic damage?
Would propping your dead grandmother up and trying to have a conversation with her corpse cause psychic damage? Of course it would. Unless you were a monster. Irreparable.
This guy and I aren't on the same page anymore. Fanatical, biased, not to be taken literally. Enough about that.
I judge you to be a woman of culture. You should understand the inherent value of Einzeltone XR.
So here's a new thing. You keep saying that word, replayer. What do you mean by that?
Picture a dog that shits, then eats it, then shits again. That should give you some idea.
Interesting.
People are what they consume. I'll say no more.
It's less of an opinion and more of a criminal sentence. I completely agree. Do you insult all your customers like that? I think that makes you a shit merchant. Do you hate everyone who likes something do you hate everyone who likes to enjoy something more than once? Or honestly, what's so bad about playing something more than once? I think that makes you a shit merchant.
The world is what it is, my friend. I think you understand that very well. Still, we persevere. Or at least we persevere to persevere.
Oh, I guess I'll see you later then.
Maybe not. The bazaar is closing up soon. Another day, another cultural molestation.
I don't know if I learned anything from that. Let's try to find this last Carmuna vendor, that lady here.
Excuse me. Can you take a look at this?
The young woman turns from a stall of party wigs and beaded necklace to thrust a photograph under your nose. Her hood, a burrow. She, the mouse within. Look at the photograph. The photograph shows a robust man in his 60s. He's unremarkable, save his eyes, which are magnified to comedic proportions by a thick lens spectacles.
Have you seen him before?
No, sorry.
You're sure?
She sighs and folds the photo back into her long sleeves.
Thanks for taking a look. Wanna buy some costume accessories? My name's Malène if you need anything.
Frantic but resigned, exhausted by herself. Something happened to my old colleague. Have you met a guy who was into socks recently? Do you know what this is? Show the red disc. Have you met a man who was into socks recently?
Oh, yeah. He came by. Nice man. Talked a lot about socks.
Wait, are you actually the lady I was supposed to talk to? Malin? No, Carmuna. I just said that. Carmuna, not Malin. Tell me about him.
He was, normal. Pretty forgettable, if I'm honest. I told him, unless your socks are mismatched and neon-colored, I'm not much use to you.
Any idea where he went?
Not really. Wandered off into the bazaar.
Looking you straight in the eyes? Sympathetic. She really doesn't know.
What do you mean, something's happened? Did he use the phone?
What phone?
Nothing. Just something my dad said once. Actually, he said it more than once. He said it a lot.
What? I said, any idea where he went? Not really. Wandered off to the bazaar. But then, I think something weird happened there. What do you mean, something happened? Did he use the phone? I never said that something happened. Oh, I did. At the beginning. Something happened to my colleague. But no, thanks anyway.
Sorry. Yeah, I was kind of distracted when he showed up.
That's okay. Let's look at those costume accessories
yeah,
here.
they're right there. Take a look.
A party wig, so you can buy things to give you different stats. Including hair and different goggles, but let's not do that now.
You need anything else?
I just wanted to look at her
Thanks for stopping by.
her wares to be polite. I don't know where this person could be at then. I think that this is a pretty great game, though. I mean, this one is one where it feels like it's pretty much done, and you're just playing the beginning of it. Something tells me whatever is up here is not correct.
You approach the steel door. Faint oxidation.
No. Let's just leave. Don't go in there. Jump down. That's like some kind of eatery area. How can I be this lost? There is like a slight outline around people that you can speak to. But
On the TV, a giant wolf-like creature stands up on its hind legs and howls. Its fur bristles gold. Dangerous, mythical, electrifying. No wonder the kids are watching this.
keep watching.
Suddenly, the beast roars and light floods the screen. It's followed by a wet, pulpous sound. An acceptable mimicry of a skull liquefying under extreme thermal stress.
Oh my. Ecstatic wolf is awake. The boy grins at his television, gripping the toy sword on his belt a little tighter.
LED lights are distributed evenly along the blade. Durable PVC hilt with textured grip. Impressive armament.
Nice sword. Where's it from? It's from the best show ever, 66 Wolves. They made it in La Luz.
La Luz, once a powerful empire, now reconstituted as a modern techno-fascist state. The rising military and cultural power of the day.
What's 66 Wolves about? It's about a girl who has 66 chambers in her heart, and each one contains a wolf, and the wolves come out to make war with the angels because they want to take over the world. This must be what it's like when you're a parent that's never watched anime before, and you ask your child what is about the anime that they're watching about. That must be exactly what this feels like. And the wolves have sick weapons and really cool attacks. He gestures at his sword. This is Tyrant Wolf's Flaming Claymore. Very cool. Was it imported from La Luz? Yeah, he smiles. My auntie brought it back with her from a trip. You know, I've learned a lot today. But I was actually just trying to butter them up a little bit. Oh, wow. They actually are commenting on the fact that I didn't actually talk to them about 66 Wolves that much, maybe. Or maybe they just always say that because they have tons that they can tell me about. I have some questions for you, too. You can ask us about whatever. No, remember what Mom said? The girl scans the bazaar. Then nods. Okay, you can ask some stuff because there's people around and I can scream real loud.
It's been years since you interacted with children, so a reminder. Be nice. Be normal.
Yeah, it's good that you're listening to your mom. Yep.
Doing well enough so far.
Where are your parents? Why aren't you in school? Have you seen someone around here? A man in a suit with glasses. Has anything odd happened around here lately? Odd? Like how odd?
Brains lie. Guts don't.
Anything that feels odd to you. Like you're not sure why, it just does. She scans her surroundings. We know Maylene's dad is missing. She's really worried.
So you heard. Perhaps they can confirm the woman's story.
Missing? Well, that is odd. Do you know what happened? He disappeared because the phone ate him. Is that what she told you, or is that a working theory? She didn't say the phone ate him, but why else? What else would make her dad disappear? Did she show you his picture, too? We know what her dad looks like, because he's been here before, but she's just showing it to everyone, just in case.
The vendor's concern is genuine, then.
Are you going to find her dad? Regrettably, I'm just a sock importer. But someone has to help her. Can we talk about less sad stuff now? Have you seen anyone new around here? A man in a suit with glasses? The man with glasses, and sometimes double glasses. It looks dumb. She doesn't mean him. He's been here since forever. The girl shakes her head, and he doesn't wear suits.
Yeah, they have no idea.
They have no idea, huh? Alright, let's leave. Would you be willing to part with that sword? My sword? He clutches it hard, but it's my sword. I need it.
Let's be logical. Whoever needs it more, you, obviously, should have it.
Yeah, I want it.
Why would you take this from him? He clearly treasures the toy.
What do you need the sword for? We're fighting angels and other monsters. He grips the sword even tighter. They're big. Angels aren't real. You don't know that. Our aunt got it for him for his birthday. He can't just give it to you, and the girl stares you down. If you want to have it, it has to be fair, with honor. Alright, I'm listening. When Dreadwolf met the legendary smith Kuro of the Grey Fang tribe, Dreadwolf didn't have a coin, so she traded her eventide pendant that she had since she was a pup so Kuro would make her a dagger. Then phantasmal stiletto. He nods, it's so sick. So you have to offer something big, or else it's not fair. Well, 41% chance to tell him a story to get a sword, and I hit the double snake eye and failed it. Okay, why do I bother?
It's easy. You've had loads of life experiences.
Uh-oh.
Just pull them all together, but make it wolfy.
Oh no. Now I have to awkwardly fail my way through this conversation. You kids ever hear of the ultra fuck-up wolf? No. He frowns at his sister who mirrors him. What's their power? Failure. Total embarrassing failure. Or self-loathing. She hates herself more than any wolf ever could. Wow, she sucks. Fatigue raised one.
No irony. Only the truth.
But she's trying to be better. Delirium raised one.
Slowly, the kids turn away from you.
Okay, goodbye.
The children ignore you.
That didn't go well. I got beaten up by children in a conversation. Also, I still can't find this person. Sometimes you go to different districts and you don't know. Also, how am I supposed to talk to anyone in here? An unopened beer, cold and inviting, has been left out on the table. That seems like a trap. Ah, wait. There is a way to better see what you can interact with. Ancient clothing vendor. Oh, wait. Oh, thank God. You. Carmuna demands answers.
Carmuna saw you scaling that pylon, speaking
Oh.
to the creep at its top. He's been spying on us all, day in, day out. Are you in leagues with him? What is his business?
Yeah, this is the level of detail that I'm sure the Disco Elysium devs are used to delivering, but yeah, because I climbed that tower, we already have to make Carmuna trust us, because she doesn't trust him. He's just an engineer watching the tram line, but I don't think she'll believe me. Oh? Well, engineering is a good work. Proper. Though, he doesn't seem to be doing much of it. Carmuna knew something was off, but he was just a slacker all along.
Carmuna will not take comfort in that. Here.
She reaches under her stool and fumbles and presents an open box.
Some comfort in return.
I got cool teen gloves, apparently. And I got a skill point. Hold on. I'm going to spend my skill point on the thing that we lost earlier, which was nerve. It feels like a waste, but you know, I'm feeling satisfied about it too. Carmuna.
Especially good when you...
Its pages wet with rain.
It's nice to meet you. Wait, I have different things to say to her now. Nice to meet you. Carmuna has not agreed to be
She
met.
angles her magazine away from you protectively. A flash of light from between the pages. She's hiding something in there.
Why were you so worried about the pylon guy? I've lost my colleague, a Superblock salesman. Superblock sock salesman. Let me see what you're selling first.
Take a look through the rack.
When she points to the rack, you notice that her fingers are several shades too dark, as if stained with ink.
Why would her fingers have ink on them? Did something happen to your fingers? She sighs, but holds out her hand clearly so you can see.
Thanks from my days in the dye factory. Carmuna was one of the first and the last workers on the line before it burned down. All the old girls have them.
Like a tree flaunting gnarled bark to the saplings in its shade. The stains don't fade.
They'll outlast my hands. I was here when they first opened the factory, dipping our arms into the scalding vats. Dead worms floating on the surface. Chemical smell rising up. I was here when the first girl developed a twitch.
Neurological affliction from the oxychromes in the dye. Progressive. Irreversible.
Say nothing.
I was still here when the manager announced that El Circo Número 3 was closing down because of market trains. I was here when the fire alarm started ringing too. Now ask me, was I here when the first stalls sprouted from the scorched concrete? And I'll say I was. And here I'll stay until the whole city slides into the sea.
Okay, well, I've lost my colleague, a Superblock sock salesman. Has he been chatting here?
You're working with that nice boy. He was fine Superblock suit. I should have known you were cut from the same cow the way you handled that creep. I sent him to the docks. Ed Boatman there reports directly to the bazaar manager in charge of imports-exports. Maybe he knows where he went.
So either the boatman was lying, or Pseudopod never made it over to him. See? That's the level of depth and detail. That the fact that the game is kind of re-acknowledging that I've already talked to the boatman and he didn't tell me anything about Pseudopod. The former. Ask him again. I'll see you later. So I actually went to the right spot completely on accident the first time. And now it's time to re-confront the boatman. The boatman that I don't remember where he's at. You.
The smuggler inclines his head in silent recognition.
My colleague was here, wasn't he? You and I already talked about this. I told you he wasn't.
No obvious tell. He's good.
Unfazed, face like granite. The glasses help. Either you're lying, or Carmuna is, and I'm going with you. My memory's a little fluid these days. A quick reprisal of you. Ah, right, the twitchy communist. Now I have him. Yeah, your colleague was here. As you can see, he isn't here now. What did you and my colleague talk about? Socks, mostly. He tilts his head. Not really my province. He said he was here to broker some kind of trade deal with the bazaar. Now, stop circling each other. Commit. No, he wasn't. Then he must have been a spy, with the operant bureau. A measured flare of cigarette smoke from his nose. Like you. A still moment. Boats creak in the water. Nearby, something splashes. You do not exist. You are merely a shimmer of right-wing propaganda ministers' fevered imaginings. Just nod. I used to be, now I'm just trying to make up for it. Allegedly, we're both spies. My regards to your sources. I prefer a state-sponsored criminal. I'm not even really here. I'm currently on a long-haul flight back to the Superblock. That sounds dramatic. He's just someone that I work with. This guy seems to be the no-nonsense kind of guy. The kind of guy that might respect you for telling the truth. However, it's a pretty big deal to announce that you're a spy, right? Maybe we'll say that I used to be. In fact, I'm actually on my way to be decommissioned right now. I'm just trying to make up for it. Sometimes the past gets ahead of you, or falls so far behind that you start to lap it. A rough grin. Anyway, your colleague seemed upstanding, respectful, but I couldn't help him. Here's the end of the line. The pseudopod terminus. He bounced off this man and landed somewhere in oblivion. Did you give him this? Show him the red disc. Why didn't you tell me this the first time I arrived? He was all right when he was talking with you? With it? Mentally? Did you give him this, the red disc? No, he frowns. What's on it?
He's genuinely perplexed.
You, but from a dream, whatever that means. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Petre said that it was an ultraviolet disc, but a rare one. The Elysian pop thing. Seen the ads around. I'm unallured. He flicks his head towards the stack of crates, but you can assume half of those are filled with her music. Colored discs in these high-tech formats, not really my province either. So was he all right when he talked to you, mentally? Very much so. Probably too with it. Shaky hands, blotchy neck. But he did all right. A polite round of applause for the support act. I need to know what my partner wanted. Why was he here? So it's partner now, a crease across his brow. He wanted the same thing you do, I assume. A meet with the boss man. His face flashes in your mind, unbidden. Heavy-set, boyish grin, traces of the underworld clinging to him. And who's the boss man? Tempo del Sur. My anxiety spiked just from hearing that, apparently. Your cerebrospinal fluid turns to liquid refrigerant. Tempo del Sur. Mid-tier deity in the local underworld, and once your asset, cryptonym Taxman. Also, someone you once called a friend. He asked for Tempo by name. By name. Your colleague was very keen to speak to the boss, but had to turn him away. Where can I find him? Yeah, like he's gonna tell me. Where'd my partner go after you turned him away? You called Tempo your boss man? Why couldn't the pseudopod get past this boss man? Or why couldn't pseudopod get past this man? That's me thinking that. Did you hear anything about an unmoored boat out there? I'm going for the roll first. Okay. Because his name is Pseudopod, and the hushed arena awaits a different spy. Your colleague... You turned my colleague away because he wasn't me. And who are you? He's gonna make you say it out loud. Your name is Thunder, a downpour. Home turf. You have returned. Cascade. He nods slowly. Rivulets of rain run down his sunglasses. Tempo was specific, at least he was to me. Cascade or nothing. He didn't want the opera, he wanted you. Tempo called for help, for cavalry, for you. A phantom hand across the precipice, awaiting a return grip. Shards of both past and present collide. In the wreckage, a jagged pattern forms. Tempo, cryptonym Taxman, your dormant asset, contacts the opera, intent unknown, information unknown, request, meeting with operant Cascade, only Cascade. Except they didn't tell me. They didn't tell me anything. Cascade status frozen, duration in perpetuum, opera issues directive. Directive, dispatch lead operant to Portofino. Pseudopod. Right. Wait, I'm a little confused on what's happening. So, information about Tempo, my life, and Pseudopod. They wanted Pseudopod to become Tempo's new handler. You were just here to smooth the transition. They farmed out your asset, your friend, to some trouserless infant. Pseudopod fails to meet with the taxman. Requests Cascade from Opera. Timeline disrupted. Movements unknown. Pseudopod. Status changed to lost. You didn't deserve this, Pseudopod. Cascade. Status changes to reanimated. Operant arrives in theater, unbriefed, unassigned, and pre-fucked from her so-called superiors. Questions coagulate, but at their center, a truth catches the light. You knew it all along. One of yours. This is my assignment. Here's how I see it. Or maybe how I don't. The weeping eye comes in heavy. Start cracking skulls. Timbo gets a wild look in his eye and follows it out the door. You two spirits appear out of nowhere, full of socks and half stories. And now we're all just jumping at shadows. I'm Rustamian. People like me. People like me, we were brought to follow codes. I can't follow a code if I don't know what the fuck's going on. Teeth bared, but nothing left to guard. Fear of the dark. I'm sorry you're caught in the middle here, honestly. You know what else needs codes? Missile strikes. Welcome to espionage. Take me to Tempo. Let's go. Welcome to espionage. Thanks. Do you know a way out? Take me to Tempo. That's our biggest problem. Tempo's gone. Vanished. He unlatches the cigarette from his bottom lip. I don't even know where he is now, but I can tell you where he was. That's his office up there. He nods to the northern part of the bazaar. Tempo HQ. Been locked since he disappeared. No one in and no one out. Do you know anything about what Tempo wanted to tell me? Any idea where he is? Where do I see him? Do the words "all will be forgiven" mean anything to you? Another one of Tempo's recent phrases. That one was meant for you, far as I could make out. I passed it on to your colleague. Thought it might get you here faster. It would have been nice if it would have. It would have brought you running if they'd bothered to tell you. Another thing my superiors kept from me. Had to figure it out from a cipher. The sock boy had put it in a cipher. He tilts his head. You spy people are very odd. Why haven't you been inside? Because it's locked. And from the other side, only silence. You don't want to know what's in there? It's probably nothing in there but some accounts and a dusting of blow. But it's the knowing that gets you. I'll get in that office. When you're done. He doesn't want to know, but he has to. When you're done. Yeah, do you know anything about an unmoored boat out there? Surprised you did. It's got all the local sailors scared. Did they see anyone? No one human, one man. Nothing human. One man, trustworthy guy, reckons he saw something thrashing around in the cabin. A beast, he said.
It must be slain.
Slay it?
A jolt of fear snaps through you, writing itself across your face. Unclear if he saw. He sniffs idly, rolling the cigarette between his lips.
Hope we get an explanation soon, and I'll see you around. So I think I know what door they're talking about. This one?
The fire exit stands conspicuously ajar. Someone has wedged it open with a ball. Wrong. Ball wants to play, not wedge.
Where does the door lead?
Hallway. It's just a fire exit. A fine place to hide in a moment of crisis. Marked and remembered. No, it's a trap. Must be destroyed.
No, this isn't it, is it?
The tableau stays undisturbed.
I would really like to dive deep into all of this, but I'm hitting my limit of speaking. This door?
You approach the steel door again, this time knowing who it belongs to.
Try to open the door.
It's locked.
Try again.
Still locked, somewhat inevitably.
What now?
Show it who's boss.
Can I pick the lock?
It's a standard lock. Pickable by the right hands.
I'm guessing I don't have anything to pick the lock
The
with.
right hands will be holding tools for lock picking.
Okay. How about I knock?
No response.
I knock again.
There's still no response.
I knock again.
There's still no response.
I give it a kick.
A brief tremor runs through the metal, but it doesn't budge. Humans dominate doors every day. Hold this one back down the pecking order. Stop. Don't enter. Don't break this seal. This doesn't have to be yours.
I'm risking it for the biscuit. Kick the door down. Ah, my God.
Mercy kill this door. One well-placed kick. Cascade is back.
Wait, but I failed, but I still get to kick the door? Kick and kill. Yeah, it didn't work.
Immediately awkward. Should have used the other foot. You hear the collision, but don't feel it.
Wait, why didn't that hurt?
About to hurt very badly. Neurons firing their way down your leg like dominoes.
No!
3, 2, 1.
Fuck, grab my foot, grip your foot as tight as you can.
Fortunately, you kicked the door right on the handle.
Why is that fortunate? It's the source of my pain.
Because your shit kick broke it. And the lock is now dead.
Oh. Luckily, we got in with a bit of pain. And it does not look good in here. A torrential staining of blood. The chair is hefty, knocked over with significant force. A line of reflective scarlet catches within the box. The air around you hums. This is a spy's death. Not a normal crime scene. Not just motive and victim. Everything glows in the dark. An echo of a fairy tale. Tracings of black magic. There's no body. Maybe he's still alive somewhere. No hope. Far too much blood. Update. Asset Taxman was unknown, now zeroed out. When did they get to him? The blood is curled and cracked, the color of old brick, a week ago or maybe more. Pseudopod was chasing a ghost. What happened here? Multiple assailants, going by footprints, a brief struggle, then the inevitable. So he put up a fight. They didn't even bother to clean up. Better left as a warning, the aftermath of a forbidden ritual. Pseudopod and Tempo, why? The espionage crisis. The way the espionage crises always go, people collide in slow motion, gripping the outer edges, half blind, bodies mount, telephones ring. And through it all, the disconcerting sense that every person you cross knows more than you. I should have done better by Tempo and by Pseudopod. I'm definitely being set up, maybe twice over. Game on. This is a message in itself, Tempo. I hear you. Mere minutes into the match, and the away crowd are silenced by a stark scoreboard. Enemies 2, Cascade 0. All treaties are hereby denounced. Prepare for an open war. So what now? I actually can't even leave. Hmm? Wait, why can't I leave? Oh, wait, now I can talk to the desk.
A layer of dust covers the desk, along with a grey notebook, an electronic terminal, and a golden photo frame. In the middle of it rests an eye, accompanied by a teardrop, shaped out of a fine white powder.
Okay, now most of the time when the dialogue split from the subtitle, the text, that didn't really bother me that much, but that one was really different.
Next to the frame is an eye with a long single teardrop, shaped out of a fine white powder.
What is this?
The unmistakable symbol of the Weeping Eye. The secret police of Lelou's.
Inspect the eye.
The crying powder eye stares at you.
Wipe away the tear.
The finger looks like a pale tram carriage, covered by late autumn snow, about to arrive at the station. Cocaine, the original power plant. Herschel, no.
Put your finger in your nose? Put your finger in your mouth. Well, we know that it's cocaine, so we don't really need to do it. Don't put your finger anywhere.
The eye on the photo frame is no longer weeping.
Inspect the picture frame.
As you turn the frame around, dust falls and a blade of light momentarily obliterates the row of faces presented. Inside your stomach, a family of spiders start crawling up. Fuck.
Oops.
Rising from the damp cellars of regret.
Tempo.
Taxman. Estoc. Virtue. Radiant. Kindred. Holocene.
Fellow spies from days gone by.
Known to the opera as the whole sick crew. Unknown to you as those friends you left to die 5 years ago.
I look at them.
You abandoned them. They were counting on you, but you only thought of yourself. You scared, selfish little cunt.
Rub the dust from their faces.
Do you smell the crippling failure oozing from your skin? Do you feel the secret knowledge of your aching shame pulsing in your skull?
I was hoping that by doing that we might be self-soothe ourselves ever so slightly.
You slip the photo out of the frame, into your pocket.
Pressing against your heart once more. Out of sight, as it should be. Why did Tempo hold on to this photo? Some old assets have sentimental tendencies, much to the detriment of their life. He wanted to keep all of you around. It's time to go. 5 years ago, the Weeping Eye took you apart, and now they're here to pick apart your bones. The goal difference after the previous outing, enemies 7, Cascade 0. Count today's set pieces and you're 9-0. That's the regulation zone. The manager's position is in jeopardy. Under your heart, a tug. The window to your right. Did someone see you come in here?
You step to the window, beyond which the bazaar spreads slightly obscured behind a fog of grime and dust. You gather up your sleeve and exhale onto the window, where your breath reveals a clear handprint in the dust.
Leave the handprint.
The condensation from your breath fades, taking the print with it, but you know it's still there.
Look at the water.
Across the canal is the district of Lower Vudas, a haggling mess of slums, continually sprouting from the defunct ruins of itself.
Look at the bazaar.
Nighttime finds the bazaar nearly empty. You observe a few teenagers and individual souls going about their routines. Just like the former overseers of Silk Number 3, standing at this window, studying the movements of the dye workers, looking for signs of disturbance. Or signs of the revolutionary consciousness organizing itself.
Focus. An unusual shape breaks into a pattern. A man sliding between stalls, glancing up at the office, too much and too often. A failed attempt at concealment. The man from the Photoshop. What's my move?
Known to the opera as the whole sick crew.
Lose him at the bazaar. Turn its layout against him. So now I'm allowed to leave. And yeah, the man from with the odd coat from earlier is aware of my movements. But how am I gonna lose him in the bazaar? And also, what am I supposed to do next? Lose your tail. There are quite a few different paths that we could go, but where are we trying to get back to, I wonder? Well, they said to go through the bazaar. Also, there's a giant statue and a hand sticking out on the water. But I know that there's, you know, we could have maybe used a lockpick or some kind of tool to skip across, but a click somewhere inside. The world slows. A sudden release of epinephrine into the bloodstream. Danger. There. The two of you lock eyes. There he is. Focus. He cradles something within his coat. Fear. Gun. Move. The time to act is now. Oh. Whoa. So this must be kind of like a battle, right? So we can evaluate, which is our deliberate skill. We can examine him or avoid. Well, we're supposed to lose him through the crowd, right? He's already seen me. Let's run. So avoid. Actually, oh, shit. That's only a 16% chance. We gotta go back. We gotta do something else. Evaluate. Two paths before you, go straight or go down. Engage functional invisibility and waltz right out in front of his eyes. So that's what my nerve is telling me. Functional invisibility. Become translucent, reflect light, and hide in plain sight. So-called advanced cognitive maneuvers are not officially recognized by the Operant Bureau, but rumors of their success have spread far and wide. Very well then. We will advance. Even though that's probably also a very hard skill check for me. 72% chance, or we could risk it. And this time, risking it doesn't seem to give me a penalty, so we should do that. Oh my god. Alright, let's do it. Is this really gonna work? And now, your opponent looks this way, then that. Looks this way, then that. He thought he saw his target, but there's no one there, just a nondescript masses going about their business. Atoms shiver as you pass through them. So now what? He turns his head into your direction. Look down, look him straight in the eye, or blink. I look down. His gaze slides over you, frictionless. Your form may flicker, but keep this focused and the disguise will hold. Something tells me it's not over yet. Yeah, there he is again. The exit is close. His in sight, tantalizingly close, and so is he. You hear a whine of a 50cc engine. A small tuk-tuk appears in your peripheral vision. What? Very quick! Mysterious teenage girl. Yo, yo, opera cunt, this way! Don't call me out like that, what the hell? So we can assess or advance. Actually, there's only one option, right? If we assess, that's just us talking to ourselves, right? A teenager in a tuk-tuk called you a cunt. They might be an ally. You may not have a choice. I look at her. Your cloak of indifference holds. You don't know her, but she does seem to know you. Well, then let's go, I guess. So, oh, okay, so we have two rolls that we can make, two different ones, but, oh god, that could have been bad. But luckily, I think Nerve was the one that we lost earlier, and I put it back, and now we have a 72% chance to escape. That has to be good. Yes! Let's roll. Your technique is flawless and beautiful. One wonders what secrets the opera may be keeping from you. No one sees you. This has been a dream. Reality calls you back to action. The tuk-tuk bleats its horn. Come on, time to move. The man's hand slips out of his coat. He grips the camera tightly to himself. Let's go. The sounds of a czar recede as the tuk-tuk disappears down a side street and races towards an uncertain future. A front of high pressure settles over Pontefiero. Heavy rain likely through the evening. The temperature is 14 and rising. And we've hit the end of the demo. 0 parades for dead spies. Narrative RPG about espionage and much more than that. Very, very, very good. So good that I feel pretty bad that I wasn't really able to explore everything. But I have a feeling one day we will revisit this game, and that's when we'll really give it a go. I just have way too much nice things to say. I feel like the skill checks, the investigations, the branching paths, the connecting narratives, whether I went to climb that tower first and then Carmuna saw me, the fact that I spoke to the boatman before anyone else and then knew that he lied to me after learning the truth from Carmuna, and the fact that there was like probably so much more that we could have done and maybe could have gotten help with on those dice rolls. I was really going for the risk it for the biscuit, make it an expert roll or whatever, the exert roll, just because I knew it was a demo, but truthfully I would not be playing so haphazardly in the real game. Really, really, really great demo. I don't know if it has a release date yet. 2026. So maybe we'll try playing Disco Elysium first before then at some point. I also was thinking maybe that could be a very rare YouTube only stream where I'm playing it by myself and upload the VODs to YouTube, because I would really not want that one spoiled at all, but I'm not sure. We'll see. We will see. But chat room, that is it for me today. It was quite a long stream at 7.5 hours. That's a good idea. Well, thanks. Thanks for saying so. Also, thanks for still hanging around. I was definitely almost positive that I was like, I should have saved this demo for another day. It's so good. But oh man. But I'm glad that we still got to play it at least. Oh, you just got here? Well, that's okay, because now you can download this great demo and play it for yourself. But make sure you set aside like 2 or 3 hours. Really good demo. And I'm done for today. That was the last one for me. My throat is in pain. Exit to the main menu. Yeah, almost 8 hours. It's kind of a long one. What the? Calm down, trailer. To the outro we go. For just like a minute. I don't even know what else to say, chat. But still. Good demo. Technically, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more? Don't think we're going to get to all of them, but we have at least a little bit more demos tomorrow. Not sure when tomorrow's stream will be. I will update the stream title whenever I wake up tomorrow and have an idea of how bad my throat hurts. The game was really, really awesome, but I almost feel like I'm too stupid to play it. I feel like I started to kind of understand how it was working towards the end, though. I almost want to replay the beginning now, but all good. Chat room, I'm keeping the outro short. Thank you very much for hanging out with me during today's stream and any other streams. I want to have a chat appreciation day someday soon, just like Moon used to back in the old days. So let me know what you would maybe want to see played or watched or whatever. Otherwise, I will try to think of something fun for us to do. I always think of RimWorld when I say that. But RimWorld is just a hard game to do a 1 or 2 off stream on, you know? Uma pulls? Uma pulls? Well, that's happening. That's happening whether you guys get appreciated or not. In 5 days, the Fine Motion SSR banner is back. And I'm going for it. Also, oh my god, you just reminded me I have 4 Unity Cup runs to do before tomorrow at 5, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. The hardest scenario in Uma Musume is coming in like 5 days, guys. And I think what I want to do, it probably wouldn't be fun to watch, but I like personally want to do it, which would be to play Make a New Track, the new scenario, without watching any guides at all. Like, just me vibing and playing it and just doing my best. Then we watch a guide and do it again. It's like, and see the extreme difference. But one run of Make a New Track takes like 40 minutes, they said. Oh my, and that's when you know what you're doing. It's gonna take at least an hour for one run. That's, oh my god. We'll chomp, throw the stream back on and do it. No, we gotta wait a few more days. But luckily, also no Unity Cup. No, I'm gonna do that quietly on my phone. You guys, you're greedy. More demos tomorrow. Divinity will be picked back up eventually, and I think I'm gonna move it to the weekdays, which I've said before, but this is like the first week, besides yesterday, that I've streamed every day during the week, and it was cool. And it's also healthy for me, because it means I'm not thinking about and or also in the process of smoking as much, so expect more streams, more Divinity, more fun things, hopefully. And also, well, wait, I take that back, though, because some of the weekday I have to spend on making the stream better. It's starting to come together. I actually, without getting into detail, what I had before, like, I was, like, I don't know, 50+% done, and then I was like, after I took a long break from working on it, and I was like, wait a second. This is ass. I don't like any of this. So I went back a few steps. I'm gonna try really hard not to do that again. But I'm feeling good about what I've started now. So anyways, I said it was a short outro. It never is. But it's ending now. Thank you all very much. And I will see you next time for more demos tomorrow and Divinity and whatever else. So thank you. Have a good night. I'm gonna go watch VTubers play Yu-Gi-Oh! Unless it's over. It's probably over. It's not over. Shiori, are you playing? Wait, no! It is Shiori one! No! Alright, goodbye.